Blah, 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 blah. Hello. Can you hear my voice, guys, loud and clear?
Yes, mister.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, guys, today we're going to continue solving the following graphing system of linear inequalities. The last class, well, we start with one single example. And we're going to do, or we're going to learn what we have to do. Obviously, using this situation at linear programming. We're talking about linear programming because we have two, three, or four systems in equation. In this case, we have four systems of linear inequalities. Okay, obviously, when we set x greater than or equal to zero, and when x equals one singular number, that means we're going to have a vertical line. And when y equals any number, we're going to have the graph and horizontal line. You don't need to perform table values for that situation. But in equation number 3 and equation number 4, of course, we have to do it. Okay? So what we have to do? Remember, just for remind the steps to graphing this linear inequalities. The step number one, transform the inequalities into equations. This is going to be the step number one. Well, I have to tell you, in this case, we're talking about x equals 0, y equals 0, and 2x plus 3y equals 12, and 2x plus y equals 8. Okay, this is going to be the step number one. Remember, the step number 2. In the step number 2, we have to find the intersection points of equations. Obviously, in x and y, there's nothing we can do, right? Because the problem says only x equals 0 and y equals 0. But the intersection point can be given using, obviously, the system of the equations. In this case, we have, for example, 2x plus 3y equals 12. This is have the first equation. And the second one will be 2x plus y equals 8. Okay, we have a curiosity, right? Because we're talking about to find out the interception, we can use, if you wish, substitution or elimination method. It doesn't matter what kind of technique you're going to use. In this case, I'm rather to use substitution because we have a curiosity. What will be the curiosity? If I took the second equation and solve for y, 2x minus 8, or actually, if I took the second equation and solve for 2x, I mean, we have 8 minus y, right? Why I'm just only taking 2x? Because if you see, at the beginning of this equation is 2x, right? So instead to write 2x, I can perfectly solve for this one. I mean, replace 2x by 8 minus y plus 3y equals 12. 3 minus 1 is 2y equals 12 minus 8 will be 4. For that reason, y will be given equal to. Okay? And because we know what is the value from y, 2x equals a minus 2, 2x equals 6, and x equals 3. Understood the step, guys? Yes or no? No? Did you understand this step?
Mister, if we solve for y, it's the same answer, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm rather to use or solve for 2x because we have the coincidence at the beginning of this equation. And the first one and that one is the same value. Okay, substitution method, I only solve for 2x. And because I have 2x, I replace by a minus y. Did you understand or no?
So you basically eliminate that 2x, right?
Yeah, it's a value from 2x. But if you don't want to use that technique, you can use whatever you want. You can use substitution, regular substitution so for any variables, or elimination. At the end, the result will be the same. Got it? Got it? Yes or no, people?
Yes, Mister.
Okay, okay. I'm just only hear the voice of Gustavo. Yeah, I know he understands, but the rest of the people, did you understand? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okie dokie then. So this is going to be the step number 2. Now, because we know the step 1, the step number 2, remember that step number 3 will be a sketch the graph of the equation of the inequality. We're going to say that situation, okay? All right, this is going to be the step number 3. In the step number 3, my dear students, this is the moment of truth. What I'm trying to say. We can perfectly take both equations and obviously trying to solve for y. In that case, we can perfectly obtain the x and y intercepts. For example, if I take the equation 2x plus 3y equals 12. Remember, we have to solve for y in both situations, right? So 3y will be given by negative 12, 2x plus 12. And this number 3, because it's multiplying, it passes to divide. I mean, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 4. Because number 3 is dividing both equations, okay? And the intersection point between them, we can use x and y, table values over here. Remember, what will be the value from x, or I mean, what will be the value from y when x equals 0? You know, when x equals 0, y will be given by 4. And what will be the value from x? Okay, at the moment with y will be 0. Okay, solving this equation for x, the answer will be, in this situation, will be 6. How do I know that? Because 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 4 will be 0. And remember, how do I got the result? Only substitute y for 0 and solving for x. Okay, you know how to do that situation. Now we can perform the same situation with another the second equality. I mean, 2x plus y equals 8. And you know, y will be equal negative 2x plus 8. Okay, and now we can perform applying the how to say that the mini table values, looking for the intersection point. When x has a value from 0, y will be equal 8. And when y equals 8, obviously x will be equal 4, because 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 plus 8 will be equal 0. All right. And remember, we have the first the first equation, blue one, and we have the blue one, we have the green one, And we can add the rest of the equation. We can use the purple one if you wish. Remember, x will be equal 0. Okay. And what color we can use in this situation? Y, I'm going to use the black one. Y equals 0. Remember, we have 4 equations to sketch the graph. Okay. The blue one, green one, purple, and the black one. Okay.
Mister, will
And,
you create another two
oh,
by the okay.
I'm going to explain you. Remember, X and Y, the purple one and the black one, there's nothing we can do because in that situation, there's no way we can create table values. But remember, every time that we have a value from X equals any number, this is a golden rule, and don't forget that one. And that represents a vertical line. And when we have Y equals any number, that represents a horizontal line. In this situation, X and Y equals 0. In that situation, that will be the X-axis will belong to Y and the Y-axis will belong to X. Let me create the coordinate plane, and I'm going to show you with more details what I'm talking about, okay? So first of all, the coordinate plane. Remember what did I explain you guys? Every time they're going to use the coordinate plane, make sure we have the right measures, okay? Because if you don't have the right measures, probably going to have a serious problems at the moment to grab the lines. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No more than that because I'm out of space. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so let's going to start with the graph. Okay, remember the first condition of the inequality. The value from X is greater and equal than 0. Remember, every time, don't forget this situation. Every time that we're talking about letter X equals any number, that means I'm going to have a vertical line. So I'm going to erase these two markables just for and show you what will be the shape of everyone. We said the purple one, X equals 0, and the black one, Y equals 0. This is what I'm talking about. The problem says X greater than equal than 0. That means this y-axis will belong to the graph X greater than equal than 0. I'm going to push this graph over here. So this vertical line represents X greater than equal than 0. And what happened if I set X equal less than greater than equal than 3? So you have to locate the number 3 and create the vertical line. Got it? Got it? Got it?
Yes, Mister.
Okie dokie then. So, and we are not using a dashed line because if you see, we are include the equal sign. Okay. Now the second graph. The second graph, the problem says y greater than equal than 0. So that means the graph of the y-axis will be the horizontal line. I mean, that will be the x-axis. So we're going to say y greater than equal than 0. And I'm not using a dash line because it's include the equal sign. All right. Now let's going to graph the blue one and the green one. Remember the blue one, we have the intersection point between 0 with 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 with 4, 6 with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 with 0. Okay. And because if you see the y bar located over here, this is the original equation. Remember, that was 2x plus 3y less than equal than 12. This time I'm going to graph a full line, full stretching line. Okay. It doesn't matter if this overpasses the, the point between these two graphs. Right? Don't worry about it. Okay. And this equation, this equation is given by the form 2x plus 3y, 2x plus 3y less than equal than 12. All right. And now we can get the graph using the green one. You know, in the green one, we have 0 with 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like this one. And okay, I'm going to move that one. Okay. And by the other hand, we have 4 with 0. Okay. 4 with 0 is located over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 with 0. All right. And we can perfectly connect these two lines. All right. It doesn't matter if these two lines is overpasses one to another one. Basically, is that the point? That's the idea. All right. And the green one is given by the value 2x plus y, 2x plus y plus y less than equal than 8. And do you remember the interception point, right? Interception point, I never forget that situation. The interception point is between 3 and 2, 3 and x. Okay, if you see 3 and x and 2 units y, and if you see the interception point is located over here. All right, and we are graphing the 4 equations. Okay, I don't know if you want to, if you really want to add the purple line over here and the black one over here, or there's no won't be necessary.
And I think it's not necessary because it's equals to 0.
Okay, then. So,
I think.
okay, the rest of the people is fine with that one, or you require to paint this the horizontal like a black and the vertical line like a purple, or is that fine onto this one? ¿Mm? ¿Qué dicen los demás? ¿Está bien así o pinto de negro y de morado las líneas verticales y horizontales? ¿Está bien así? Okay. Now, sorry. Okay. And finally, remember the step number 4, we have to do it over here because I don't want to interfere the colors for this graph. Step number 4, identify vertices and find the solution set area. Remember, the solution set area is the common area where the lines will collide. Okay, for example, I'm going to start with the easier ones. The easier ones, we're talking about the letter X, the vertical line, and after that, the horizontal line. For example, this is the vertical line for the letter X. And the problem says, what are the values greater than equal than 0? What are the values greater than equal than 0?
0, 1, 2, 3.
Exactly right. That will be the entire values moved to the right. Okay, so for that reason, I'm going to start painting. Yeah, vertical line, remember. Okay, and that's it. Okay, we're talking about this vertical line. Now, let's going to talking about y greater than equal than 0. Obviously, it's horizontal line, right? But the shade area will be an horizontal line, but moving upward, right? Because if I said downward, that will be a lie because we're talking about negative numbers. And this is going to be the positive numbers. So I'm going to use the black marker. And this is going to be over here, over here. Choo, 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 choo. Mhm. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And so on. Okay? Understood under this part? Yes or no?
So we basically paint in the case of x greater than
Remember,
equals than,
y greater than equal 0, upward. X greater than equal than 0, left.
and
I'm sorry,
if
right. I mean,
and if
now,
it's less and if it's less than equal, then it will
mhm,
be the opposite, right?
right. Now I'm going to create the touch point with the blue one and the green one. Okay, because the blue one, the green one, those are the complex equations. For example, if I create a touch point, I'm going to copy the inequality. 2y plus 3 less than equal than 12. And remember that touch point I'm going to use will be the origin, right? Oh, sorry, 2x over here. 2x plus 3y. Touch point 0 with 0. So if we replace 2 times 0, 3 times 0 less than equal than 12, is that true? 0 less than 12? Yes or no? Is this true? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, right? Because it's true. What does that mean? That means I'm going to shade because the origin point is located over here. I'm going to paint the blue one just in front of the origin, just like this one. Right? Because that equation or that point results true. If the equation results false, we have to paint in the opposite area. Okay? Did you understand how this works?
So in the last problem, we painted in the opposite area of that was pointing to a 0, right?
Exactly, because in that the last one, the last point that's supposed to be false in the last problem that we made. In this case, results true. So we're going to paint the zone just located in front of the origin. And how about the another one? I mean, we have 2x plus y. That's supposed to be less than equal than number 8. Okay, same test point. 0 with 0. I'm going to apply the same test point. So to the origin located over here. 2 times 0 plus 0 less than equal than 8, 0 less than equal than 8. Is this true or false?
True.
True, true. For that reason, I'm going to paint the song, the green one equation located in front of the blue one. I mean, which, yeah, we have a mess, right? Tenemos un pequeño relajito, por decirlo de cierta manera. So, guys, I have a one question for you. Tenemos que fijarnos bien. ¿Me pueden decir ustedes cuál es la región exacta de todo este pintadero que hicimos, donde las 4 ecuaciones chocaron? Me pueden decir, fíjense bien, yo sé que hay un relajo, ¿eh? Pero fíjense donde tanto la azul, la verde, la morada y la negra chocaron. Están todas juntitas, como dicen, juntitos los dos, cerquita de Dios. Sería esta.
Sería el espacio ahí pequeño.
Este pequeño espacio. Entonces, mira, esta lo voy a resaltar en color negrito, ¿no? La zona para aquí. Mira aquí, el contorno, porque yo creo que el ver el contorno va a ser más fácil en este caso, ¿no? Teníamos un puntito. Mire aquí esta partecita. Ese contorno, eso que está aquí, viene siendo la solución, porque ahí coincide todos los colorcitos, todos llegan a pegar en ese contorno. Entonces ahí estamos hablando de lo que es el área sombreada. O sea, como quien dice, solution set area. Ahora, ¿cuáles son los vértices que están identificados ahí? ¿Lo pueden ver? Obvio que sí, ¿verdad? Uno de los vértices, usted se fija, está este puntito azul acá, ¿verdad? Está este otro punto azul aquí, está este anaranjado y está ese de color negro que si quiere lo cambiamos a color rojito para que, o mejor dicho, un color naranja para que resalte, en vez de poner este punto negro. ¿Sí? Tenemos azul, azul, anaranjado, anaranjado. ¿Cuáles eran entonces los vértices en este caso? Solution set area with vertices, with vertices. Uh-huh. What will be the vertices? This one will be
0.
0, 0, right? 0, 0. It doesn't matter the order. This one will be, remember, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be
0, 4.
4. 0, 4, right? 0, 4. This one will be, if you see the intersection point between 3 and 2, right? 3, 2. And finally, this is going to be, what point will be this one?
4, 0.
4, 0, exactly. And that's it. That's all that we have to do in this word problem. Facilito.
Too much procedure, Mr.
Yeah, because in this case, remember, we have a lot of procedure because
Salud.
sorry. No, my apologies. Okay, because we were using 4 inequalities. That's why. But basically, the process will be the same. Remember, Step one, transform the inequality into equation. Step number two, identify the intersection point in those equations. Step number three, is get the graph of the inequalities or the equation in this case. You can use floating points or y, x, and y intercept. It doesn't matter. At the end, the graph will be the same. And this is going to be the step three. And the step number four, I don't know why I wrote step number two. I don't know why, but the step number four says identify the vertices and find the solution set area. The solution set area, remember, we can find out at the point where the rest of the graph will collide, okay? And for that situation, we can use the test point. Remember the test point? I strongly recommend the origin because the easier one to identify. For example, if the origin is true, you're going to paint that area located in front of the origin. But if the origin result false, we don't need to complicate the situation, paint the opposite side of the origin. And that's it. All right. I'm going to take a picture, print screen, and let me send you to the WhatsApp group. I'm looking for, yeah, got it. Send it already. Someone is calling me, I don't know who it is. Bueno, ¿puedo borrar la pizarra, muchachos, o todavía no?
Mr. So the solution set is the place where are the
You're
shaded area meet, right?
exactly. And you have to tell me what are the vertices. The vertices surrounding, obviously, the shade area. Okay. That's simple problems. That's why if you have colors, it's time to use it. More colors do you have, that will be nice. Nice, nice, nice. ¿Estamos? Kenshiro. Ok, may I erase the whiteboard? O por lo menos la primera parte.
Yes.
Okidoki, man. Kenshin, dame un espacio. Aquí tengo un invitado estrella que vino a saludar, mírenlo. Este es el guardián de la casa.
Dice ahorita está en la casa, ¿verdad?
Sí, es que no me sentía bien hoy. Ando problemas con la columna otra vez y un poquito problemas del estómago. Entonces, si ando problemas del estómago y no puedo caminar bien, ya se imaginará la combinación fatal que puede ocurrir. Entonces, por prevención, no fui. Que ayer me puse a bajar unas cajas, a limpiar unas cosas y en la noche otra vez amanecí medio trabado. Ay, 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 ay. Por eso que estoy en mi casa ahorita. Pero si Dios quiere, ya mañana voy de nuevo al colegio. Ouch. Ya les mandé el print screen, no se preocupen. Okay. All right, let's going to solve another example. Yeah, this is going to be a nice one. Okay, hold on a second. My battery is going to die. Quiere morir mi batería. Du-du-du. Okay, we have this inequality. Y less negative 1 half x plus 2, negative 1 half x plus 2, and the second one, x minus y, x minus y, eh, less than equal than 4, less than equal than 4. Okay, remember what will be the steps, okay? The first one, we have to actually transform this inequality into equations. So simple method words, we have y equals negative 1 half x plus 2. And by the other hand, we have x minus y equals 4. After that, the next step, we're supposed to try to looking for what will be the intersection point between them. Okay. If you see, we're solving, well, we actually in this problem they gave us the solving for y, and the only thing that we have to do is replace those values over here. I mean, x minus parentheses negative 1 half x plus 2 equals 4. So x plus 1 half x minus 2 equals 4. You know, 1 plus 1 half will be 3.5 x equals 6, because negative 2 subtracting passes to adding. For that reason, 6 divided by 3.5 will be, I guess, 4, right? This is going to be the number 4. And now, because we know what it is, the first equation, we can solve for y. You know, y equals negative 1 half times 4 plus 2. So in this situation, you know, 4 times negative 1 half is negative 2 plus 2 will be equal 0. Okay. And that will be the solution set of this equation. Questions to this one? I mean, well, this at the moment. ¿Estamos bien hasta aquí?
Yes. So it's
All right.
basically the same steps from the other.
Exactly. Now let's going to create trying to looking for what will be the intersection points. For example, in the next one, you know, y equals negative 1 half x plus 2. Remember the x and y intercepts. When x equals 0, y has a value from 2. And when y equals 0, well, you know, when y equals 0, you know, x that will be equal 4. We have the first intersection point. And using the purple one, you know, will be x minus y equals 4. So y will be equal x minus 4, because y passes to adding, 4 passes to subtracting, we have x equals y equals x minus 4. Intersection point, you know, when x equals 0, y equals negative 4. When y equals 0, x equals 4. Okay? And we are fully prepared to sketch the graph. Okay? To sketch the graph. Doing obviously not writing the steps, because you know at this moment what are the steps that you have to do. Okay, let's going to create the coordinate the coordinate plane. Okay. Mhm. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is y, negative y, x, and negative x. Okay, we have the prepared the coordinate plane, and because we have the coordinate prepared, we can sketch the graph. For example, in the orange one, 0 with 2 over here, and 4 with 0. Another point located over here, right? And we got the graph. But be careful in the first one. Remember, this is going to be the given graph by the inequality y less than negative 1/2 x plus 2. What does that mean? That means this line will be represented by a dashed line because we don't have the equal sign. Okay, don't forget, if the inequality doesn't include the equal sign, we have to graph a dashed line. Okay, the purple one, 0 with negative 4. And obviously the another one will be 4 with 0. If you see the same intersection point. I'm going to draw the line. Okay. Sorry. The equation is x minus y less than equal than 4. Well, in this case, we need to skip the full graph. Now, what we're going to do, let's going to analyze where it's going to be the common sum. For example, if I the test point with the orange one, right? We're going to use the origin, all right? And if substitute y and x, then 0, okay? 0 less than 2, is that true? 0 less than 2, if you see, 0 less than positive 2, because y equals 0, x equals 0 cancel. Is this true or false?
True.
True, right? Because it's true. Okay, this is going to be the pain zone of the orange one, okay? Of the orange one, orange one, orange one, orange, orange one. Okay. Now, let's going to talk it about, I'm going to use the blue one. Stats point 0 minus 0. Get it over here, right? 0 minus 0 less than equal than 4. 0 less than equal than 4. Is this true? Yes or no?
Yes.
True. Sorry. True. For that reason, the maintenance zone will be located here, 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 here. So guys, would you like to tell me what will be the common zone area? ¿Dónde estaría la?
0, 0,
This is the
0, 4.
first of all, the area. The area will be this entire form, right? So exactly, this is going to be first of all solution
Set
set
area.
area. And the points are just like you said, 0, 0. What else?
0, 4.
0, 0, 4 or 0, negative 4? 0, negative 4.
0, negative
0, negative 4. What else?
0, 2.
0, 2. And obviously 4, 0.
0.
And that's it. And that's all that we have to do. in this problem. Ay, 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 ay. Whoa, we are over past the time. Why not? Nobody told me. Well, I'm going to take the print screen and I'm going to send you a picture WhatsApp. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm so sorry for delaying. Ya les mandé la fotito por WhatsApp. No lo retraso más, ya que nos pasamos 7 minutitos. Pero está completamente claro este tema.
Yes.
Cheque, pues. Entonces, nos veo mañana, si Dios así lo permite. Cuídense, muchachos.
Mr.
Bye bye. So long. Take care of yourself.